Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, and today let's talk about a farming strategy that does not require any sort of special loot pet. That's something you can start doing even in Time Mark 7 that I think is really effective. And it's really effective for kind of a weird reason, and that is that the City of Aeterna League mechanic is actually incredibly difficult right now. And this is actually a low tier farmer's dream, because the flames for this, the tickets, if you would, are kind of in a very weird spot right now. So normally the low tier ticket here is much cheaper than the high tier ticket, and everybody wants to run this high tier one. And right now these are worth about 1/3 of an FE, which is a decent price. However, the low tier ones are 1 FE right now, which is pretty crazy. So each time you drop one of these, it's pretty much like dropping 1 FE minus some tax, which is really good for us. And so we can go and we can farm this pretty easily. And so what I'm going to recommend for you for the tree is first just the base here. Pick up your embers. I like getting 1 windy key. This is very, very solid. I like getting windy keys because I like changing stuff. This is the thing that allows you to open up your inventory like so, and there'll be these keys right here. When you right click them, this gives you the resets for your void tree, and you probably have a whole ton of them if you haven't claimed or clicked on it yet from doing the quest line in the nether realm. And then I'm going to recommend going over here to beacons and just taking these points here. This is how I've pretty much been sustaining tier 8 beacons. Haven't had to buy any beacons, just put a whole bunch up on the auction house as well. And so this will help out a bit. Now the next thing you want to do is go and put these points here into the candle mechanic. So this is this one over here, the candle. And so these points here, the important ones, it's going to make it so that you have the mechanic on the map. By taking all of these points, every single map will have candle boys. They have like green little dots on the map on there. And then a lot of these nodes here are going to make it so that Aeterna reverberations have a chance to be replicated. And those are the the flames, the keys, if you would. And so all of these are pretty good. Picking up even this over here for weeping candle tiers is nice. This also sells for money. Go down here, you have a chance to get additional pages. Pages don't really sell for that much, but if you ever decide hey, I actually want to go and run City of Aeterna, you have a whole bunch of pages stacked up to help you fill out the passive tree. You don't have to take this point if you don't want. And then going down here, though, is where the real money is. So in Netherrealm stages, Kin of Aeterna bosses have a 3% chance to drop 1 additional Queen's Wicks. And this also opens up the Indolent card here, where bosses have a chance to drop additional Queen Wicks, which can get pretty wild pretty quickly. So we go over here, we look at the card, then we click this. We can see what this card looks like. Oh, it's not reset. 1 second. We can see what this looks like here. And so bosses have a 100% chance to drop a Queen's Wick. So what's a Queen's Wick? This is basically the key for the boss. And this normally only drops in the City of Aeterna. And this boss drops some really good loot. And so right now these are about 37 FE a pop. And so if you get this particular card, you can go and run the compass that adds more bosses. I don't remember what this is called exactly. Let's find it for you real quick. There is a boss compass this season. It was called bosses. And yes, it is called boss compass, but fitting name for that. So it gives you a 100% chance to 2 random bosses to appear, and these bosses gain blessings, which makes them way more difficult. This would be a pretty good thing to do with that. Now, I also, for the profound talents over here, would recommend taking this one here, where it's a 25% chance for random bosses to appear. I think this is pretty good just in general, especially because you get more embers off of bosses. And then you can also go run the rare confusion card. This is pretty good as well, but you have to kill Traveler 8 and 7 for these points, so you might not have them. Now, if you are higher level up through the Netherrealm, you can also go and splash into Dream, take these points down here and this point over here, or you could do Sandlord, go over here and just take these points over there, or you can go and do Cube, go up and over this way and get guaranteed Cube, and then go up this way. This gives you a chance at getting more boss keys from Cube, so you can really be a boss key farmer. I think it's going to be just a really solid strategy. Like I said, you don't need any specific loot pet for this type of thing. If you're going to do Nightmare, you're probably going to want the Nightmare pet. But if you are planning just running Sandlord or something, you don't even really need the Sandlord pet to get any benefits from running this here. And yeah, it's just pretty solid. You could also go back into commodities instead and like add more monsters or add Netherrealm Resonance. This stuff does sell as well. But it's just kind of like an easy way to get some like free drops basically. That's going to be in your maps all the time. I guess the like final thing you potentially add would be going and doing Mistville. The Mistville eyes always sell, and you can get like a whole bunch of these as well. So this tree, pretty much everything below the eyeball is good to take early on. All this stuff up here, you need to be time mark 8 or above to get some of this stuff, and just super stinking rare anyway, so probably not worth taking in the first place. But yeah, that's kind of like my Dream of Flame strategy here. There'll be a code down below that you can go follow, and it'll look like this once you put it in. So you can see like all the points in here. Once again, just want to put the commodity stuff in, beacon stuff, pretty important as well. And then prioritize doing all the flame stuff here, with this first section being the most important. And then probably going down and getting the Queen's Wick second. It's pretty nice to get these drops. Hopefully this video helps you out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of the changes to the League mechanic? I really like that they made the like little gremlins less immune than they have been. But it's kind of like hit or miss for me so far on tier 8. Really hoping that pops off in Profound. We'll see you soon though. Hope you guys have a good one. Come by the stream. See you later.